Good morning, y'all. I am running a little late this morning. How are you? How has your week been? My week has been, honestly, it's been a lot of feels. It's been so many feels. Um, from the election on Tuesday to being in a wedding on Thursday, being late for the rehearsal dinner on Wednesday, getting caught in a blizzard. Just had um a little bit of a tense conversation right before I got on the stream. My goodness, it's been a whole thing. How's your week? I think Freedom Fridays is going to look a little bit more raw and open today. I would love for us to make space for us to safely process our feelings and uh, find some healing without feeling like we need to bulldoze our way through um anything that's going on in our lives right now. And I think being intentional about that is really, really beautiful. Um, Good morning, Marissa. Hey, thank you for saying that. Yes, I am like, let's take some deep breaths. I'm into it. Okay, y'all ready with me? Breathe in, breathe out. I'm doing that again. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time. Breathe in, breathe out. Like literally in my own journey to quit being a strong Black woman and continuing to really digest what does that mean and make space for it in literally every situation. Because part of me could have bulldozed myself this morning to hurry up and get a whole bunch of stuff done and try to make sure I'm like in the perfect mindset this morning and trying to act like this week hasn't bothered me or that this week hasn't had just as many good things as it's had like hard things as well. I could try to act like that, but I think all of that continues to perpetuate exactly what I want us to stop perpetuating. Like it continues to say that we just got to keep being strong when we know we don't have the space or the feel to be strong. And I'm over that. I'm done with that. I don't. So today, this is an act of like, hey, this is where I am. This is how I'm showing up today. Oh Lord, I think these eyelashes might need to come off. I can't tell. Do they look this side looks okay. It's this side. Um, but this is how I feel. This is where I am. This is what I'm processing. This is what it looks like to be me right now. And if you don't have space for that, that's okay. But I'm not going to stop being me because you don't have space for me to be me. If you don't have space for me to be me, then this is not where you need to be. And I love you, and that's okay. You gonna have to go. But for today this is gonna be about how I show up authentically as a Black woman in my feels, in my emotions, in my passion. That's what today's gonna look like. So welcome to Freedom Fridays. Did you know this is what you were getting into today? We might have lower views on today's thing. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Cause I want you all to feel like if she could make space to be like this on the internet where she can show up messy and free honoring exactly where she is today, then I can show up like that in every space that I go into. And that's what I hope. That's what I hope. So, yes, Marissa said there is room for heartbreak, for shock, for exhaust. Look, exhaustion. I can't even get the word out, all of it. Hey, Kina, I'm glad you got a chance to join today. Yes. So, yes, usually what we do here every Freedom Fridays. And so if I'll say that. If you're new here, welcome. You're getting a slightly different experience. So, I want to tell you what we usually do. And I am going to tell you what we're going to do today. So we usually get on here, we celebrate our wins for the week. We talk about um the different rest and fun that we've done this week, because that's what our practice is creating more space for rest and fun. We do our sticker check-in, our rest and our R&R check-in, and if you've done rest and fun this week, you get a sticker. You don't have to tell me what it is. Then we set up our schedule for next week so that we are putting more space for rest and fun. And then um after that, we wind down for the weekend. So that's what we usually do. Um but today I know that I want to talk a little bit about the election this week. And I want to talk about the paradox of also being in a wedding this week. Um, Two really big experiences that are front and center. Like, I literally just got home from the wedding less than about 8 hours ago. I'm not home in Charlotte. I'm still in Denver. I'm still in Boulder, Colorado. So I'm just saying home from the venue. So I'm not completely home. Um, but yeah, I want to talk about those two things, and even some of the emotions that you may or may not have. And I'm going to share mine, and I'm going to make space for you to share yours. If there's people acting crazy in the chat that don't like this, listen, this ain't the day. This Black woman will bend your behind real quick. Don't you play with me today. The nice Rashida ain't here. That's not true. I'm always nice. But my grace is not going to extend to trash today. So I love you, but I also recognize this is more about a space for healing today than anything else, for processing our emotions, for what we feel, that kind of thing. That's what it is. And if you, whatever those feelings are, don't worry, I have space for that. I have space for whatever your feelings are. You just don't get to tell anybody else how they should feel or how they should react. We all have space for us to process, to feel, to grieve, to mourn, to celebrate, and how whatever ways we need to. But if you celebrate and be in a Republican, you probably don't want to be on here, because on Tuesday, anybody that was on my Facebook feed that was talking about thank God we won, y'all got unfriended. Get the F out of here for that, because I ain't got time for that today. Listen, I ain't got time for that. You don't need to be up over here. I'm gonna love you from afar. Y'all understand, right? Okay. So yes, that's what today is gonna be. I just want to let you know what you're getting yourself into. Also, my heart is a little, even with all of that too. I just talked to my friend right before we got off this right before we got on here, and we were getting into a little bit of a disagreement, and I had to be like, listen, I shouldn't have started this conversation, because I know I have my live stream in 2 minutes. I have to stop you. We have to go. Like, I have to talk to you later. So I think I'm also a little high on that too. But that's okay. Thank you, Kina. I appreciate that. I also feel like, so many people come on the internet and they try to act like they have it all together. And I want this to be the space where I can show up and be emotional, and I can cry with you guys, and you can cry with me if you want to. You do, again, you have your right to respond and reflect however you absolutely want. But I want to make this space a space that feels real, rather than me just trying to put on arms like I got it all figured out. I don't. I do not have it all figured out. I agree. Cleena, I'm glad that you're here. Marissa, I'm glad that you're here. This is for you, Rashadat. Thank you. Giving you a biggest mama hug. Mama bear hug. I received that. I received that. And I want you to know I have that space for all of you as well. Like, so much hugs, so much love for each and every one of you. Because this week has been a hell of a week. Let me tell y'all, okay, I didn't watch the election. I told y'all I've been ready. I've been ready to flip in, protest the commercials, protest the text messages. I've been over it. I've been over it for a while. So of course, there is no way in hell I watched that damn election on Tuesday. I was like, I cannot give this my energy. I cannot give this my piece. I said a couple things. I did a recorded video with Whitney last week. I gave you my initial thoughts. And so when I woke up, I went to bed on Tuesday feeling good, not necessarily because of that, but I wasn't, because I really just I felt I went to bed on Tuesday feeling good because I didn't have that in my space, my sphere I saw at all. But when I woke up on Wednesday, I didn't even look at the results. I just scrolled a little bit on Instagram and I immediately felt my heart drop. And here's the thing, I did not expect to be emotional. I didn't expect to have so much to grieve. I didn't expect that it wasn't so much that I didn't expect that my hopes wouldn't come true, but I don't think I expected to need to mourn my hopes not coming true. And that's true not just for the election, it's true for our relationships, it's true for our career paths, it's true for our dreams, it's true in so many ways. Sometimes all of those hopes when they don't come true, we need space to mourn them. And so I got up on Wednesday morning and I called my friend that I'm dating, and immediately I recognized he was not the right person to talk to. You know how when you start talking to someone and you like, okay, I love you, I care about you, but you're not the right person that I need to talk to right now. And I very quickly was like, you ain't the right person. I got to call you back. Goodbye. Get the hell get off my phone. I can't. Got off the phone with him. Oh, finding peace. You said you caught this weird flu on Monday and have been bedridden sick and grieving the election on top of that. Girl, please, I hope you're taking so much time for yourself because it is. It's a thing. So, with that in mind, like Tuesday and Wednesday, I got off the phone with him. I was like, listen, I just need to go lay back down for a second. I went and lay back down and I needed to get some work done. Actually, I didn't lay down. Let me rephrase that. I didn't lay down. I made some breakfast. I'm dog sitting. So Maggie and we did go back and get in bed. We didn't lay down. We did some work. And in the midst of that, I caught Stephanie and Rashida's Exodus Summit live stream. And that y'all, that actually made me feel better. I don't think I know that I'm not ready to leave the US tomorrow, but at the end where Rashida and Stephanie, specifically Rashida, because Rashida is, listen, I get it. We got this namesake. We come off strong. We come off so ready to deal with things. We come off powerful. And I love that. And yet she let out just a little bit of her sadness for this absolute push that's happening right now. And they came with a solution of, here's what's next. And I could relate to that because I felt like it made space for her to say, oh, don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. I don't think this is a good thing. I'm just not, I'm going to let my emotions be. Then I'm going to reset to my joy. And then I'm gonna go about my life because these suckers been crazy the whole time. These suckers have been crazy the whole time. What do we expect? But it's still, it's trying to hold space for that these suckers have always been crazy, and trying to also have space for hope that maybe it'll get better, and mourning that. So yes, that's what Tuesday was for me, Yes, I hope that you're feeling better. And I know I agree. It's a lot. And that's why I felt like today would be a really good place, or a really good opportunity to talk about something so real. I thought maybe I was going to do a recorded video about it, but I think this Friday being able to talk about it is perfect. So, one of my mentors, a Black woman that I look up to and loved very much, admitted she voted for him and is going to his inauguration. I'm still grieving that severed tie. Sigh. Girl, I get that. That's Well, like I said, after the election, and I went on Facebook to see, um, I don't even remember what I was looking for. But I went on there because I had notifications, and I started scrolling, which I rarely scroll through Facebook. And I recognized that some of the people that I had done missions with, specifically some of the older white people, were gloating. And I said, get the F out of here. Unfriend, unfriend, unfriend. Because I love Jesus, I will love you, but we can't be friends. Love and friendship are two different things, friend. You gonna be over there. I can't make space for that. I can't make space for someone. I can't make space for someone to be a effing Pharisee. I can't, because that's not what Jesus was about. That was never what he was about. But listen, I could get all into that talk. We're not even gonna get into that. So heartbreaking, and I can only imagine a deep shock. Again, I agree. I agree so much. Sorry that I'm late. I see that everyone is processing Tuesday. And this is where we're going to start. We're not going to end here. We're starting with Processing Tuesday, but in the same way that Rashida Dow's talked about, okay, we're processing that, but I'm also not going to let anybody, I'm not going to let anybody steal my joy. Our Black joy, our Black peace, our Black freedom is a revolution. That's where we going to end today. That's where we going to end. So if you're wondering, like, if this is going to be a gripe session the whole time, don't worry, sis. It's not going to be that. It's not gonna be that at all. But I do want to make space for our feelings, because 9 times out of 10, we have not been given space for our feelings. Someone that really thought that they were being helpful sent me a reply on my Instagram about my post from Kerry Washington about Red Mirage. And on that post, when I posted it, I posted the like, oh, like I'm hoping picture, the hoping fingers on top of it. And it was a Black woman. And I understand she was trying to be helpful. But her reply to be like, she sent me another post that was like, F that Red Mirage. It wasn't never true. And I was like, girl, you're trying to be helpful, but you're not being helpful right now. Like you're not being helpful. And I had to take a second to decide how I was going to respond. Because again, it's another perpetuation that we just gonna dust it off and we just gonna keep moving. Yes, we will keep moving eventually, and there's space to take a second. I'ma take a second, okay? I need a second. I need a second so that I could come back and be my full self, that I could be my happy self. Because if I stuff it down, that emotion, that trash is what's going to spew out of me later. And I don't want that negativity spewing out of me. So I need a chance, just like you got to process food going through your digestion. I'm processing my feelings so that it can go through its digestion and come out on the other side and leave the nutrients, leave the joy, leave the happiness that is going to remain. Because that's what's going to remain. I'm not going to keep the negativity, but I need that digestion time, you know what I'm saying? So, when I finally replied, I did say, I'm glad that there are resources, and there are some of the resources that she shared with me that I will definitely take a part of. But in this moment, I am not going to rush through my grief. I'm not going to rush through my mourning. I'm not going to rush through my anger, my upset, my feelings. This is it. Like, if I don't let this out now, it's just going to fester. It's going to fester like a nasty wound that has got infected, and that wound that is infected is not going to hurt them. It's not going to hurt white people. It's not going to hurt Trump. It's not going to hurt the people that have voted this idiot back into election. It's not going to hurt them. That negativity is going to hurt me if I don't take that chance, if I don't take this time to process it. So that's why we're starting here. So I don't know if you have space for that, but that's what I got for you. I hope that you got space for it because that's what I got for you. That's what I got. Yes, authenticity today. I've always been wanting us to have this space of authenticity, and authenticity happens when life happens, right? Authenticity doesn't happen in a bubble. It happens when life happens. We have to show up and share how we truly feel in that moment and be okay that that's going to be a little messy because we're human. We're messy. That's okay. Like this is an act of taking off that cape. Taking that effing cape off. I don't need to be super. I just need to be human. And the beautiful thing is in that is when I'm human, God shows up with his love and his courage and his peace and his grace and his mercy. And he's got so much space for me. He's got space for me to be angry. If God has space for me to be angry, everybody else needs to have space for me to be angry too. How about that? Let's talk about that, okay? Meg said, I wasn't surprised by the outcome at all on Tuesday, at all, honestly. I hate that I still had to go to work this week because I've been side-eyeing people heavy. Girl, I get that so deeply. I get that so deeply. Because you're like, well, wait, were you one of the ones? Was it you? Because I need to know. But you don't want to know because deep down, we really don't want to know because it's like if you're surrounded by that, man, it's like feeling on a desert island in the middle of an ocean, like you can't get away from it. So I don't want to know, but I'm also like, was it you? Man, I get that a lot, Megan. I get that. Yes, I'm resting in peace, just coming to terms that a lot of people I loved and trusted are not for me. I'm going to come out renewed. Listen, finding peace. You better say that again. I'm coming out renewed. Renewed. That's a beautiful way to think about it. And making space for the evolution that has to happen to come out renewed. A seed doesn't just go in the ground and immediately happen. It's got to get water. It's got to go through this process to come back up and blossom and let the petals fall open. That's what I think of when I hear you talking about renewed. And that is beautiful. And that still happens in concrete. It still happens in grass. It happens in good soil and it happens in bad soil because Black women have always been able to survive even when the terrain doesn't fit for us, isn't fit for us. Um, and yet, I still want to make space for us. So, thank you so much for saying that. Coming out renewed. I love it. I love it. I'm not a Christian, but the scriptures show us that it's okay to be big mad. Jesus would have been turning Jesus would have been turning tables. Anger and hurt is okay. I agree. I agree. I deeply believe in Jesus. I have an amazing relationship with Jesus, which is a whole nother conversation on how I got to where I am today. Especially after being a missionary, because listen, being a missionary will make you not want to be a Christian. But at the end of the day, I don't think that I know I have a relationship with Jesus. I could give a crap less about the religion of Christianity. Because there's a lot of trash people up in there. Let's just be real. You don't like it, sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Actually, I do. That's your bad. I don't know what to tell you. But right, Jesus had space for this. Jesus had space for abortion. Jesus had space for Palestine. Jesus had space for a lot of more things than what the religion, the Christian touts is the flag that they're touting around. But that's a that's a whole nother conversation. I cried on my way to work on Tuesday, not just because of the election, but also other stuff I'm dealing with, and I'm so glad of getting my feelings out. It's so important, y'all. That's why I think if nothing else, if you get nothing else from today, please make space for your emotions because did you watch you know I love to come back to Inside Out too. But those feelings, they're trying to protect us and yet they're not always the most helpful. But we need to make space to allow them to digest, to acknowledge the things that it's trying to bring up in us. And it feels better. It feels so much freer on the other side. It really, really does. So that's what that's what this is about. I'm glad that you took the time to let your feelings out. That's so beautiful. But I'm still excited to continue taking the steps to create the life that I want. And that's what it is. I'm processing the things that are happening, and yet I still make space for hope. I might not have hope for what the crazies are gonna do, but I have hope for what I'm gonna do regardless. How I'm gonna come through regardless. Yes, I love it. Create the life you want. Yes, yes to renewal. Yes to peace, y'all. Thank you for showing up in this with me today. Thank you for making space with me about this. Yeah, so after I got on that live stream and I watched that video with Rashida Dow and Stephanie Perry, there was part of me that's like, I need to move to Mexico tomorrow. But for me, moving abroad, the reason I haven't moved abroad was never because I wanted to stay in America. I've actually wanted to leave America since I was a kid. I am still here because I know that so many of the people that I love are here. And that comes back to the vision that I have for why I started my whole program or why I created the vision that I have. When I was in corporate America, the thing that I knew that I was missing, and I want you to ask yourself this question. When you think about what your life is missing that makes you want to leave America, like what does that look like? What is that space that you're trying to replace and or trying to fill? And I recognize that the reason I wanted to leave corporate America is because it made me be too stationary. It made me be too tied to this job, to um this one part of life. It was making it this everything in my life when I knew that I wanted the flexibility to be in the lives of the people that I actually loved, that I actually cared about. Y'all can still have y'all drama and be crazy, but I don't need to be with y'all all day long. I'm trying to go be with my people that's getting married. I'm trying to go be with my goddaughters that are getting dressed for Halloween. I'm trying to be with the man that I love or just living the life that I want. I needed location freedom so that I could enjoy my relationships with the people that I cared about here and around the world. I'm really blessed that I have friends and family around the world. And so my dream 10 years, well, it was in 2020 when I created my last 10-year vision. Because if you don't know this, I'm all about creating 10-year visions because it's a season of your life. And you can accomplish more things in that season of your life when you have a clear destination of what you want it to look like. And so I decided that that clear destination of what I wanted my life to look like 10 years from now, or 10 years from that point in 2020, was that I wanted location freedom so that I could be in the lives of everybody that I cared about and still being able to make money, not feeling like I would have had to be poor or sacrifice my financial stability or well-being in order to have this freedom. And I knew that there was nobody else in my vicinity at that time who was living that kind of life. I didn't know Stephanie Perry and Rashida Dow at that point. I didn't have this community then, but I was like, hell or high water, I'm gonna build it. And I was well on my way, but I needed to keep focused on that. I needed to keep focused on the reason I'm spending hours and hours and hours looking for jobs, or I'm spending hours and hours and hours building my business, is because it's helping me create that. It's less about when you're creating your vision, it's less about I want to buy a house in 10 years. That might be a part of it, but it's more about what is the core of this life that I know is missing, but it's a huge part of me that I need to bring back out. And that was huge for me. And so now that allows me to do, and it didn't take me 10 years to accomplish that. I've been living that soon after that, actually. But the vision gives you the clarity that you continue to build on. When you have that kind of clarity of what's actually most important, you get to be super focused on it. When you don't have that kind of clarity, you try to do too many things. Um, so when I look at the things, when I think about, okay, now I know that I wanted location freedom because I wanted to be in the lives of of all my friends and family that I loved. Um, then the tiny house was a part of it as well. All of this really came down to moving abroad might not be right for me right now, but I needed to be in a community of people who understand that the life that I'm creating is more unique than any other lives than us or our ancestors have ever been able to create. And you need a special kind of support for that. And that was why I created my program. And that's why I do what I do. But that's also why I live how I live. It makes it hard for dating because a lot of guys are like, wait, you do what? You have what beliefs? You do what? What a crazy thing that I ain't never heard no other Black person do? No, it's not even what white people do. This is what I do. This is what I do. So I'm building my life around that, and listening to the rest of that live stream helped me connect back to that, help me connect back to my joy, to the excitement of the life that I'm building. And so when you guys are saying, yes, I'm mourning that, but I'm keeping my eye on the life that I'm building because that was the point. That gets me super excited. That means that this is working. That means this is going in the right direction. So I applaud you. Yes, all of this ish sucks, but you're keeping your eye on the right thing. We are keeping our eyes on the right thing. We're keeping our eyes on living the lives that we deserve to live. I don't need I have now processed that. I feel good. I'm not giving that man no more space in my heart. I'm not giving this election no more space in my heart. I'm moving on to my peace and reconnecting with that. That being said, I want to take a moment to say Javana and I are doing a 7-day self-care reset next week. It starts on Sunday. We have a live kickoff on Sunday. I would love for you to attend. If you're on my email list, I'm going to send you all the details. But we're going to the holiday season, post-election season, um, post all the feels season. Like, I want this is a chance for us to reconnect back to some of the habits that help us ground in self-care on a regular basis, on a practice. We're resetting that as we start to prepare to move into the next year, but definitely as we move through the holidays. So please make sure you go ahead and on my channel you can sign up for notifications to be reminded for that live stream on Sunday. It's going to be a really, really, really good time. Okay. Make sure you take a second to do that. Okay. I'm going to pause for a second to take a sip of my tea because it's going to be cold. I got really emotional for a second. I really appreciate you guys letting me be myself. Like, seriously, I really, really appreciate you guys allowing me to be myself. Um, and I think this is gonna be if other I would love for you to like and share this live stream. I think this particular live stream could be really helpful for a lot of Black women. If you know any Black women who needed that space, who needs this space, please share it with them. Um, I want us to have space for this all the time. Sonnet 641 says, hi, Rashadat. I'm new here, LOL, although I see and hear your name a lot. Okay, I appreciate that. I didn't know that, but come on. I've been going back and watching your content, and it's beautiful. I agree. Let me be angry and let me claim my peace and joy. Yes. Yes. I want us to always have space for that. I think there's there's a beautiful space to just say what's next. I get that. But I think in order to really be prepared and to really take hold of and to really receive what's next without it having a lens or a tint of trauma, we have to process what happened first in order to be ready to process what's about to happen and fully receive what's happening next. I don't want what's happening next to be tinged by the trauma of what's happened last week. That's what therapy is for. So we can heal and fully receive in the next step. And this is a part of that. I'm not a therapist. Don't get me wrong. I'm a coach. But I believe in taking these moments to really process and receive the thing so that we can move forward with that full. I'm fully open and ready for whatever's coming this way. Like, that's it. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you got a chance to join. I'm so glad that you all the internet webs are have allowed you to have led you here. It's a beautiful space and a beautiful day because you're here. Okay. Yes. So good to see you. So glad you're here. I was deeply hurt when I heard the news, but not surprised. But then the rebel side of me felt immense freedom because because if a criminal can be elected, ain't no reason for me not to go for my dreams. Marissa, talk about a hell of a reframe. Talk about a hell of a reframe. Yes, hunty. Girl, if a criminal can be elected, ain't no reason for me to not go after my dreams. Girl, that needs to be the whole title for today. Yes, hunty. I don't even have nothing to say. Drop that mic, girl. You said it. You said it. I love it. Imposter syndrome be gone. Yes. It's so exciting for your collab. It's going to be great. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to it, you guys. It's going to be a really great time. I love collaborating with Javana. We are both life coaches and we bring something different to the table. And I'm loving we've been working on it for a couple weeks now, even before Exodus Summit. And I'm really excited about how it's coming together as we're going to be really getting into what are the things that really stress us out in this season, and then how do we move forward from it, and then not just like telling you what are the tips to do it, but then we're going to do 6 of them together next week. Every day we're going to come together next week and do 6 of those activities so that we can be like, okay, I can feel this. I can make a practice out of this. How does this then? And then next Friday, we're going to put it, we're still going to have Freedom Fridays. We're going to start putting those things in our calendar and making space for self-care to be something we literally do all the time. Self-care should not be an afterthought. It should be the priority. Work should be the afterthought. Because guess what? Them suckers ain't going nowhere. They're not going nowhere, right? Prioritize you first, okay? Yes. You see, I'm getting off on the tangents. Thank you. I'm glad. I hope y'all, if you're already on my email list, I will be sending out the details. If you're not on my email list, you can get on my email list. Just go to yourdreamstrategist.com and go all the way down to the bottom. I lied. Go to workwithme.yourdreamstrategist.com. Go all the way down to the bottom, and there is a link that says get on my newsletter. And that will, as long as you're on there before I send the email today, you will get the details. So there's that. Um, LOL, imposter syndrome be gone. I am making that a sticker. Yes, Marissa, when you make that sticker, girl, you're gonna have to tell us about that. I'm gonna put that all over my stories. Come on, girl. Um, I'm about I'm about to do what I want then. Yes, because evidently they are, right? Listen, it's time to take that. It's time. It's We've been taught to be the perfect little girl, the perfect little boy, the token black girl, the token black boy for so long. And listen, look how you repay us. Listen, I'm good. Not only do I not want to be your token anything ever again. I don't want to expect you to repay me for anything. I don't expect your reparations. I'm taking them. I'm taking what I need. I'm taking my peace. I'm taking my joy. I'm taking my tiny house. I'm taking my space to be free. I'm taking whatever I need. Literally whatever is on that list, I'm taking it. And I'm gonna take it with joy. I ain't even gonna be mad about it. I ain't gonna let you make me mad about it either. I'm just gonna take it and we're gonna keep it moving. That's what we're gonna do. So with that in mind, let's move into celebrating our wins from the week. Um, what are you celebrating? In the midst of ish being hard, it's super important to still have a practice of gratefulness, to still have a practice of joy and hold space for both. I'm not there's no toxic productivity listen. There's no toxic positivity here. there's space for both spaces. But I also want to say this is what we do every week. We're still going to celebrate our wins because y'all been at them. They've been acting trash the whole time. They've been acting trash the whole time. So I'm gonna get back to my celebrating. So here, while y'all are putting in the chat what you are celebrating, I'm gonna tell you what I'm celebrating. I came to Denver, Boulder, Colorado. I came to Colorado this week because I'm here for a wedding. One of my favorite people in the world, got married yesterday, and it was the first wedding I've ever been in. I've attended weddings, but none of my friends wanted to do wedding parties, and I completely understand because bring a bridesmaid for me was very stressful, even though the bride was super chill, y'all. She was not a bridezilla. I'm not claiming that at all. She was not a bridezilla. She was amazing. Amazing. It was stressful for me because I felt like I didn't know what I was getting into. And yet it was the best experience for me in multiple ways. It was, and I'm gonna tell you, this is gonna be my 3 wins. So, my first win, for one, attending the wedding. As I've been alluding to, I've met somebody, I've started dating somebody. I don't know that he's the one, but I do know that it's been fun to really open up my heart and receive, help, to challenge myself to quit being this strong Black woman, and that relates back to that hyper independent video. Make sure you go back and watch that. That came out on Wednesday. But also too, like, just seeing friends and family come around and love on each other and just love. Just love. You know what I mean? Um, the groom cried more than anybody else, cried way more than her. And it was beautiful. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was fun getting dressed up. I love getting dressed up. I love these times where I get to feel pretty. I love being able, we sat around now granted yesterday was a 21-hour day, but most of that day was asking her what was going to make this day magical for her. And you know what she said? She said, just the fact that you all are here and we get to tell stories about, our week. There was another girl that got engaged. She was telling her engagement story. I got to hear Alicia's engagement story. Um, that was refreshing to me and perfect timing for the BS to happen on Tuesday. Because I didn't have space to think much more about it. I had to shift gears because I had a responsibility to her. After the bridesmaid, I was like the next person in line. I don't even know what the heck that means. I felt like it was a deep connection to, hey, you are one of my most important humans. And I never really thought about that about a bridesmaid's, like a bridal party before. Um, and it made me think about how your bridal party you're not just like, these are not just regular people. These are your most important people. And I don't think you have to do this. I'm not saying everybody needs to do this because I don't even know. I might want to elope if I'm being completely honest, especially after the conversation I just had with my friend, because we have different opinions on what it would look like. Um, but it was beautiful that she chose that she said, I want you standing right here next to me. Yes, everybody in the crowd I love, but you people are the people that I will turn to when I need the deepest support. And it was very beautiful to stand up there and to be that person for her. And I think we all need those people. Even if it's not just about a wedding. I think we all need those people that we know that we can stand next to and are going to support us. Um, so that was one win. It was fun to just be around love in general. I have a lot of married friends, but I also appreciate that they're not like they're humans. They're not trying to make everybody feel like they have to be a part of their love. So, they kind of just live their lives and they include me into that. But it was nice to see the other side of this where two people were actually like, I this is a day where I am going to be lovey-dovey and I want you to be a part of that with me. And I really enjoyed it because I don't experience that a lot. And I thought that that was really beautiful. Um, I think my other win for the week, Well, there's a couple more. Um, one of the bridesmaids, it was a mixed race wedding. One of the bridesmaids that was next to me, I've had this coaching practice for a long time, and not everybody that I've coached has been Black. I am particularly passionate about us as Black women, but I also have other people that are not Black. And so the woman that was next to me, Rebecca, a white woman that has done sessions with me, the first thing she said when she saw me, remember when you did coaching sessions with me and you changed my whole life? And I was like, I mean, I didn't know that that was that impactful, but yes, I remember that, and it was so beautiful and affirming in the work that I do, and it was very encouraging. And during the wedding, I remember I turned to her and I said, "This is a white person song," and she said, "Girl, I know I ain't dancing to this." And I needed that. I needed somebody to do that banter with, especially in being in the wedding party, because I it wasn't like the people that I knew the most were the closest to me, and it was a really good time. So the wedding, I have so many wins from the wedding, but I also want to add that this today, this is a huge win for me too. Having this space, taking a second this morning to start the morning off slow, and then knowing that I'm getting on here with you ladies has been an absolute win. I have a lot of wins from this week, and I think that's a beautiful counteraction to Tuesday. I think that's a very beautiful counteraction to the election results. And I think this is what it looks like to hold space for both. So thank you for being here. I really do appreciate you. Okay. Okay. So now I'm excited. Let me go ahead and get in the chat and see what wins we got going on here. Listen, we done already got to the stickers. Oh no. Okay. I see. Marissa's making that our sticker. Okay. I done lost my track. Here we go. Buy a sticker. I'm definitely about to write it on a post-it and tape it to my water bottle. It won't be professional at all. You said, listen, I'm not making stickers to sell. I'm making a sticker that I'm gonna create and put on my water bottle. Marissa, that's perfect. I love that so, so much. I appreciate that. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna go with that. Listen, I'm gonna post a picture of my water bottle that says what that sticker afterwards. Listen, I don't have my notebook with me so I can write it down. Let me write it down really quick because you know my memory is trash, y'all. My memory is absolute trash because there's too many things going through my mind at one time. So I want to write my sticker down because I want to get it. I know where was it? Where was it? Where was it? Create the life you want. Where was it? Y'all tell me what the sticker was again. Cause I did see that quick. I didn't lost it. Okay, Marissa, please tell me what's on the sticker again. I done forgot that quick. That's why I gotta write it down. Okay. All right, I'm gonna come back to it. All right. It will not be professional at all. I love it. In December 2024, I'll be officially debt free. Congratulations! And in March 2025, I graduate college. Listen, debt free and graduating college at the same time. Blessings, blessings on blessings on blessings. Yes, that's amazing. Finding peace. Congratulations. That's definitely, definitely some good wins. All confirmed as this, all confirmed this week as well. I love it. So congratulations on your confirmation. That's amazing. Come on, debt-free date. Come on, graduates. Yes. All of the wins. All of the wins. I love that. All the celebration of you for that. I love it. I love hearing this beautiful wedding story. It was. It was so beautiful. I think too, I don't know about y'all. I didn't grow up in a two-family house. I didn't grow up with marriage being a real thing. Like my sister got married, I wasn't there for that, and by the time that they moved back to our side of the country, they were getting divorced, and my grandmother and my grandfather, they came from an age where, men weren't allowed to be around young girls, so you didn't get to see their love. You didn't get to see their marriage because your grandmother was scared that while you weren't looking, your uncle or your somebody in your family was taking advantage of you at night. That's so sad and hard to say, but I also find healing in now seeing so many more genuine, healed, free, loving marriages, and getting to experience someone's love, to see their love and experience their love was a beautiful contrast to what I grew up with. And I received that. I think it's a beautiful and amazing thing. So, yes, thank you for recognizing that with me. What a fingerprint on this earth to change someone's entire life. It is. It's pretty, pretty powerful. And let me tell you, too, hanging out with her during the wedding was a lot of fun. Um, both of us were like, "Listen, is it time to go to bed yet? We've been doing this all day." We just had jokes the whole time. Um, and to know that I made that much of an impact on our lives. I this is the other thing that I would say about my practice. The things that I'm teaching are not the things, they are things that I lived, but they are lived through Jesus. I would not have this story if it wasn't for Jesus. And I'm not telling you to become a Christian. Listen, we already talked about that. But I have found that my relationship with Jesus, my spirituality with him, you can call my relationship with him spirituality. That is what is manifesting every time I get on these calls, every time I do a coaching session, my whole practice, the steps that I take you through from vision, redefining your identity, based on dignity, your power statement, writing your long-term vision, creating your exit plan. All of those things were experiences that Jesus took me through first, and then he came back and said, go show other people. This is the love that I am teaching you to express to other people because I want freedom for all of these Black women. Give that away. I say that to say that's the change that Jesus gave me to give to someone's life. And here's what's the most beautiful part about it, y'all. I'm sorry, a little emotional. I don't have to wake up in the morning and be anything other than me. All I got to do is wake up and give you me, and it changes somebody else's life. That's what I want for all of us. That is literally why I do what I do, because I want us to get up in the morning, be our full and joyful and fulfilled selves, and be able to give that away and know that it's impacting lives. Like, whoo, I get excited. I get excited. Thank you. Thank you for so much for celebrating that with me, Marissa. You see, it gets me excited. Girl, yes, hunty. Wins. I'm starting my morning slow and easy. I made fresh squeezed lemonade for the first time in my life. Girl, that sounds good. That morning sounds good. That lemonade sounds good. The fact that you had the space to feel like you didn't have to rush through it, that sounds good. That sounds so good. Yes, yes, I love it. It's beautiful. Imposter syndrome be gone. Yes, got it. I got it. Thank you. Come on. Sticker with post-it, which I got some post-its in my thing. Listen, let me quit playing. Can I just put it right on the post-it right now? Okay, they're not down here, they're upstairs. But I'm gonna do it. Okay, sticker. Um, imposter syndrome be gone. Listen, Meg P. I'ma sign it for you. Meg P. 11-8. Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Marissa. Got my back on that. Okay, Keena, I love that. The morning sounds luxurious and you deserve it. Yes. Yes, you do. And I'm so glad that you're taking it, Keena, because I know Keena and I have talked as well. It's been a journey to feel like to remind ourselves and to really shift our behavior and our mindset to say, this architecture firm is going to survive without me because I can't survive without me. I have to say no to you so that I can say yes to me. And I'm going to find joy in that. I'm not going to feel bad for that. I'm not going to feel guilty for that. I'm not going to hold myself back for that. Like, this is what I need for me. Y'all will be fine because y'all don't care if I'm fine. So I'm going to have to care about me being fine. Okay. Yes. All right. So if you have any other wins, go ahead and put them in the chat so we can celebrate them as well. And then next, let's go ahead and start working on our stickers. If you have done anything, anything this week to give yourself more rest, more fun, you deserve a sticker. You deserve some positive reinforcement. And you don't even have to tell me what it is. I just want you to put hashtag sticker in the chat or hashtag sticker in the comments if you're watching the replay. Okay? If nothing else, this is a day, even if you got to stop right now, pause the video, the replay, and do your rest right now. Then come back on here and do hashtag sticker. I'm good with that. Because every time we do it, every week that we do it, we're shifting, we're adding more space for us to really claim the rest and fun that we deserve and that we need, okay? So if you deserve your sticker, come on. Yes, put it in the chat. Yes, Marissa didn't already say hashtag sticker, please. Yes, hunty. I'm getting your sticker together. I love it. Let me read your win too. I found an artist whose practice is basically creating her home and own clothes. She sells for no products. I needed that example of being paid just to exist. Wow. Marissa, you're going to have to share that. I would love to see what her model is. That is amazing. I love it. I found an artist whose practice is basically creating her home and her own clothes. She sells no products. Here's what I love about this. We all think that our success, that our lives have to look like what all of these things that we've seen other people do. That's not what the reason my messaging doesn't say, I help you create a business. I help you move abroad. I love those things. Those are things that I chose for me, but I don't want to make you choose those things. I want you to tell me what are the different things that you want to have in your life? And then I want to help you find examples of how you can make that real, even though that's not the mainstream way of seeing you live. Because it's possible. The way that I live is not mainstream to most of the people in my circle, but they look at me and they feel inspired. There's more inspiration out there of the different lives that we can live and create success without it looking like what we've seen. And that's why I do my program, because I'm going to help you take that step back and look at these are all of the things that I want in all of these different areas in my life. But I don't know how this puzzle comes together. Like, I got a bunch of puzzle pieces, but I don't know what the finished puzzle looks like. I'm going to help you figure that out, because once you have that, woo, once you have that, it's the destination in the map. A GPS does not work does not work without a destination in the map. Otherwise, it's just a little blue dot that's just moving around. It's just moving aimlessly, hoping that you fall on something magical. But when you've decided what is magical to you, you can make a line. It might not be a straight line, but you can make a line to that magical thing and claim it for yourself. That's what I want to help you claim. Okay. I'm done. Today, I'm not trying to sell you nothing. Here's the thing. I'm not even trying to sell you nothing. It's just one of those days where I'm like, this is coming full circle for me. This is the opportunity to share with you. Like, there is more than what this election tells us we can have. There's so much more. So much more. This is my last thing I'm going to say about that with the election. I have been feeling for the last couple years, I'm kind of at this place where I want it all to blow up. So go ahead and pick the trashiest person, and I hope it blows up, because it's going to take it blowing up for us to start over. Sometimes things have to go devastatingly wrong for things to be rebuilt. And that might be something that nobody else would ever want to wish for. And you might hate me for saying that, but people don't generally learn when things are going well. They learn through pain. They learn through things not going well. And I think America is gonna have to be the Roman Empire that gets cut at the knees before it figures out how to be rebuilt. It's gonna have to go wrong first. At least I don't want to claim that. I think it will. So it is what it is. Okay, so yes, sticker. I'm getting Marissa's sticker. Yes, a revolution is currently uploading. It is. It is. And man, we've already seen a pandemic happen in our lifetime. We've got an active lifetime happening. And I think that's the other reason why I've been so passionate about telling you guys about vision and stuff today. Because even though that's happening, that doesn't mean we have to sacrifice our life and our dreams in the meantime. We do not. That's not a thing. We can still hold on to what we want and what we're building and be really creative about it. Because at the end of the day, America might not be the place to build it. And that's okay. And it might be some parts of it are here, but 75% of it is not. And that's okay too. That's okay. So that being said, let me get the chart out so we can get to so we could get our sticker. That was a commercial. Another commercial. I swear commercials, man. It's okay. It's okay. It was an election. It was not an election commercial. Where's my here we go. Freedom Fridays, rhythm and rituals. Okay. Marissa has already claimed her sticker for today. We already picked a flower from last week. Oop, I'm not showing it. Let me fix it. Let me fix it so you can see what's on my screen. I want you to see what's on my screen. All right. There's that. If you're claiming a sticker today, go ahead and put it in the chat. All you gotta say hashtag sticker. STICKA. Okay? All right. Now let me fix this. Here we go. That's the right camera. Now you can see me. All right. So Marissa is claiming her sticker. I got you, girl. I'm claiming my sticker. Who else is claiming a sticker today? I'm gonna leave this open. If you are not yet on the R&R check-in, I would love to add you. When you put hashtag sticker in the chat or in the comments of this video, I'm gonna go back and add you. So I will gladly add you here. Um, and this is about positively reinforcing the fact that you, as a Black woman, deserve rest. And every time you take it for yourself, I want you to pat yourself on the back. This sticker is the virtual pat on your back from me. And I want you to pat yourself. You telling me that you deserve a sticker is your pat on your back to you. You deserve it. So I hope that every week that my voice pops into your head. I hope you like my voice so that it's not a nag. But I hope that it pops in your head and reminds you that you could take some time for rest and fun. And that might be processing what's happening in your life. It might be journaling. It might be snowboarding. It might be running in the snow with a precious dog. I've been doing that a lot this week. She loves snow. And I'm like, girl, I am not a snow person. Where's Keena at? Keena loves the snow. She sent me a message on Instagram like, girl, you know I love some snow. So I sent her another picture. I sent her a picture from when I was up in the Rocky Mountains because the wedding was in the mountains. So yes, if you deserve your sticker, go ahead and do hashtag sticker. Okay. Love your laugh and smile. Good. I'm happy to hear that because I can't get away from that. Okay. And you do love the snow, Kina. You do. All right, y'all. So now that we have talked about our stickers and celebrating our wins and processing for the week, um let's talk about rest and fun activities that we want to add. Are there any new activities that we should add to our list? So here's what I recently decided with the Freedom Fridays worksheet. And I've been thinking about doing this. I don't know. I'm not sure about the second part. There's two parts. So I'm going to tell you and I would love to hear your feedback. I think what I'm going to do with the Rest and Fun worksheet is that, or the Freedom Fridays worksheet, I'm going to make it less task heavy and I'm going to reframe it where it's more of a checklist. Here are different things that you can do for rest and fun as a Black woman, and that you can check it off every week and you can check it off as you go. So it's going to simplify it a little bit because I really want us to know that that is the priority. Getting more rest and fun is the priority. And I'm all about you scheduling it. I am passionate about you scheduling it. But at the end of the, that's because I know when you schedule it, you're more likely to do it. But at the end of the day, I want to make sure you first know what are some rest and fun activities that you can always participate in. Because you, if you don't even have that, or you miss that part in the live stream, or you don't get to that part, then you're missing out on the core of what's happening here. So I'm going to start adding to the list different things. There was one live stream, we had like 30 different rest and fun activities. I'm going to go back and watch through the live streams and find it and create a full list of it. Um, so that's what the new worksheet is going to look like. I don't know when I'm going to launch that. Maybe I'll launch it next week since it is the day 6 of the self-care reset. Um, but yes, that's what we're going to do. So if you have any things that you want to add to that list, for me this week, walking the dog in the snow has been an additional rest and fun activity. Let me see. Do I have, I don't have, here, let me do this. I don't have all my setup because I was running a little late at the beginning here. So y'all forgive my little messy beginning today, but I'm showing up authentically for y'all. Here's what it looks like. So let me see. Is this gonna let me show my iPad? Let's see. Nope, wrong one. Over here. List of rest and fun. Um, nope. Crap. Sorry, y'all. I gotta fix this part. Yes, here we go. All right. So this is where we are with the list. Let's see if it's going to connect. Has not connected yet. Come on, iPad. I need to replace it. It's a good one, but the connection has got a little water on it. There we go. There we go. All right. So on my iPad, I'm going to be pulling out the list of rest and fun things that we have already. So, oh, today, one of the rest and fun things that I'm doing, even though it's snowing, I am still going to the botanical gardens today. So I understand that there's an inside part and an outside part. And one of the things was that I was told about the lily pads. And the person who told me was very passionate that it was the most beautiful thing. So I feel like I owe him a picture of the lily pads, and it'll be really good for me to take a restful activity for today. So I'm adding botanical gardens to the list. Walking and hiking trails. We talked about an all trails app. Intuitive painting, coloring pages. I got that from a new friend that I made on Instagram. She even has a woman who creates Black women coloring pages. So it's like different, she draws the coloring pages for that are in black and white. And then she has like a membership that teaches you um ways to learn how to better use color and fill it in. And it looks like it's a really fun community and a different way of like stepping into your creativeness. So I'm excited about that. That's why I added this to the list. So let me know if there are any other, I got it here. I love that I can show you guys my screen. Look this way, but you get to see it that way too. So here's all the things that we got on the list. And I'm going to go back and add the other things, and then I'm also going to update the rest and fun, the Freedom Fridays worksheet, so that you always have a list of different rest and fun activities. So here's how I want you to think about this. And I'm going to put this in the worksheet, the I'm going to call it, I think I'm going to call it a toolkit. The Freedom Fridays Toolkit, maybe? I don't know. If you got a name for it, let me know, because I think I'm gonna change the name. Because I think I'm gonna keep both, actually. I'm gonna keep the regular Freedom Fridays worksheet, but I'm also gonna give you this checklist. And here's what I want you to do with it. On Fridays, when it's time to schedule and you're trying to figure out what kind of rest and fun do you want to add into your calendar, and you're like, oh, I want to try something new, or maybe you want to try something that you've always tried but never got a chance to, or maybe you want to do something that you've done before. Whatever it is, if you're in that space where you don't know what to do, I want you to come to this list. I want you to come to the list and I want you to look through it and say, oh, out with friends sounds interesting. No, maybe I want something else. Nature grounding. Nature grounding sounds interesting. I want to do that at least once this week. I think I'm going to look for a YouTube video to teach me how to do it. Marissa and enough by MNT. She might have a video on that, so you go over there to her. And she's going to teach you how to do nature grounding. And then for 5 minutes, you just take some time to do a little bit of rest and fun in your week. That's what I want this checklist to be for you. I want this to be your number one resource to come back to every time you're like, I know I need rest and fun, but I don't know what to do right now. I want you to come back and look through this list, pick out something that sounds interesting to you, get a little bit of help to do it, and then make time to do it. And here's the thing, even if you only set 30 seconds, this is not about how long do you do rest and fun. This is about how you start to prioritize it for yourself. So pick something and then do it. Okay. It's really that simple. And then come on to any of these Freedom Friday videos and do hashtag sticker. The notifications are gonna tell me. I'm gonna add you to the rest and the R&R check in, and then you're going to get a sticker, so that not only are you positively reinforcing for yourself, not only are you patting yourself on the back for taking rest and relaxation for yourself, I'm patting you on the back for your rest and relaxation. This community is patting you on the back for your intentional action to quit being a strong Black woman and to step into this space where you're allowing yourself to have self-care, you're allowing yourself to live your soft life because your actions and your behavior are making space for it. Okay? That's that's what this is about. Okay? I love it. So, Marissa said the botanical gardens are nice. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. After I get done today, well, I don't want to jump ahead. I'm already telling you what my wind down stuff is. I'll tell you about what my wind down stuff is going to be today, but the botanical gardens are a part of it. So that's what that's going to look like. I don't have a video about grounding, but at Tea Time Beauty has one. Oh, I love it. I love it. Listen. Add that to the list. Where was it? Grounding at Tea Time. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Has a great one. I'm gonna make sure that I add that to the thing too. So that's the other thing too, ladies. If you have resources, because the first part of what we do with this is we create the list of rest and fun activities that we want to do. But the second part of this is that we look up different ways or different activities and hobbies that we can do it. So we look on meetup.com, we look on Eventbrite, we see what virtual activities are happening on YouTube with other amazing Black creators who are doing these things. And then we go participate in them because we are more likely to show up and do the things when, for one, we know it's pretty simple to show up. For two, we know how to do it when we get there. And it's even more fun when we get all together and do it together. So, if you have any resources where I can add that to the different rest and fun activities like hammocking, I'm gonna make sure I put Cat on there at Rebloom Room. She's a great hammocking resource. Okay, add that on there. Javana does yoga. Sarah Clark does yoga too. Like, I want to make this a resource of all the different ways Black women can come together and share rest. Oh, girl, this is feeling good today. This is feeling good today. A resource of all the different ways that Black women could come together for rest and fun together. Okay. I love it. For novelty, I wrote the rest and fun activities that resonate with me on note cards. And my plan today is to randomly pull one from a deck and add it to my schedule. Girl, Marissa, I need to make that a product. I like the rest deck. I like that. Girl, that's a thing. We're going to have to do a collab on that. Marissa. Okay, listen. I'm going to write that on this note over here. Marissa collaboration for rest and fun activities deck. I love it. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Marissa, you know when I love you when you talk to me like that, girl. And then we could get your beautiful art to design them too. Oh, oh, you just get me all excited. I love it. I love it. That's so good. Come on. So yes, it's literally what Marissa just said. I just got it in a list and she's like, put it in a deck. And I'm like, girl, you right. You're right. That's what we need to do. So we're gonna have to work on that together. We're gonna have to work on that together. So, okay, that being said, if you have rest and fun activities, resources that you want to share, that will be added to the deck. That will be lovely. If you're like, girl, I don't know if I want to share it with you because you're going to make money off of it, we could talk about it. We could share the profits. That's not what it's about for me. I am about creating this community. So we can talk about what that looks like too. Let's figure it out. Whatever it is, the thing is, having the resource for us to come together around it is what's more important, you know? Because when we show up and when we show up and be who we are and give who we are and be our light, the rest of that'll come. The rest of that'll come. I love it. Okay, Finding Peace says, lately, I've been going to the lake by my home and talking to the geese. I love it. First, being by water. Okay, let me add that. Let me add that. Taking time to be by water, talking to the geese or wildlife. Yesterday at the wedding, there was one point everybody was dancing. And then all of a sudden, everybody stops dancing and they are at the door. And I was like, I'm not really a crowd follower, so I'm gonna finish this dance because there weren't that many songs that I actually wanted to dance to. So I finished dancing to it, and then I heard later what happened. A wolf that they had seen earlier, there was so much wildlife around the wedding, had come back to the wedding venue and was sitting out there just looking as if he was participating in the wedding reception, and everybody was just in awe, and so they went to go kind of watch the wolf until it left. And I didn't go see it, but that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. There was so much wildlife. When I was leaving, there were a couple accidents because people were sliding into each other, but there were also elk and deer and coyotes and all different kind of animals out there like having a good time. And something about I like this idea. Now, I don't they could be on the other side of the glass, or geese I don't have to worry about. Or maybe I'll talk to the dog. But I love this space of like being able to talk to nature because it has a different grounded feel than talking to a human. And sometimes, humans have it too, but not the same way. I love it. I love that idea. I got that on the list, girl. You can see it. Excuse me. I love that you are talking to the geese. Agreed. Hey, Latrice, glad that you could join today. And if you bring unsalted crackers, they'll listen to you too. I love that tip. Bring unsalted crackers. Girl, that's so funny. I love that so much. Bring unsalted crackers. Um, Girl, I believe in the gift economy. I'm not worried about credit or money. I'm just excited to have products that get us all feeling liberated. Come on. That's a blessing, right? Because at the end of the day, we need more things that show up for us. We need more things that empower what we need. And I just want products like that to be available to us. So yes, I'm about that life. Yes, girl. We still gonna figure it out though. We're gonna figure it out. I'm about it. All right, y'all. So added a couple more things to our list of rest and fun activities that we can do when we're looking for different ways to add more rest and fun into our calendar. And now we're getting into this section of our call where it's time to Take a step back and look at what are those things that do we want to schedule in? What things from this list do we want to schedule in for next week? Um, because at least I don't know about for y'all, but it was even before I was an entrepreneur. If it's not on my calendar, it's not real because I tend to forget. I tend to default back into the things that I do every single day, my regular habits, my regular daily activities. And with that, if I don't have a practice of reminding myself, I want to try something new or I want to add this new activity in, I forget. I forget. So here's what I want you to do. Even if you don't know what activity you want to schedule in your calendar, I want you to schedule in 3. I'm gonna challenge you. This is the challenge for this week. I usually don't do this. I usually leave it up to you to decide how many rest and fun activities you want to add in for the week because I want you to feel empowered. I don't want you to feel pressured. I don't want you to feel like because you didn't do it that you're failing or that I'm mad at you or that you can't come back. That's none of that's true. I'm just challenging you because I know that when you get sometimes we get it just a little bit of push. It just helps us get it's like trying to get out the tub. When the tub is low and you done did all this work to get cozy down in there. And when it's time to get back out of the tub, it's hard to get out the tub, right? But you need just a little bit of help, just a little bit of push to get yourself over the banister on your knees so that you can stand up. I know that makes me sound really old, but hey, that's why I don't like getting in the tub. But that extra push gives us just a little bit more of a push to actually take action on it, especially because this action is about the rest and the fun and the life that you say you want. I want to push you towards that. So challenging you, three, take create 3 sections on your calendar this coming week. That's next Sunday to next Friday, where you're putting aside just 15 minutes. 15 minutes and you don't even have to say what it is. I just want you to name it rest and fun. Put it in your calendar. 3 of those sessions. Do whatever 3 days feel good for you. I don't care what 3 days. You don't even have to tell me that you did it, but choose 3 days, put it on your calendar for 15 minutes, and it says rest and fun. Then when you get to that time, you don't need to have known what you were going to do at that time. That's when I want you to go back and pull out your list and say, hey, I think I'm ready to try this thing today. And for 15 minutes, you try that thing. And then when the next session comes, your second one, you can either go back to that list and try something new, or you can go back to the thing that you just tried from the first day and do it again. Because it's probably going to be a little easier the second time. But it's up to you. Maybe you really didn't like it the first time and you wanted to try something else. It's up to you. Try it. I want you to do that for the second session, and then I want you to do it again for the third session. That's what I want you to start doing to create this practice of adding more rest and fun into your calendar every single week, okay? That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to go put my rest and fun in my calendar, and you're going to put it in however it feels for you. For me, I've been doing this for a little while. I'm gonna add some different things in there. And actually, here's the beautiful thing. Javana and I are doing the 7-day reset, self-care reset challenge next week. You got 7 opportunities that are already ready for you to join us for rest and fun next week. Now, not all of them are live. Sunday's event is live. There's 2 live events next Friday. Both Javana and I are doing a live, and then next Saturday. So that's 3 events right there. But I also want you to try something on your own. So give yourself at least one where you try on your own, where just 15 minutes in your calendar, it says rest and fun, and then you come and choose an activity. Okay, I'm not gonna say it again. I know that that's the teacher in me. Want to make sure you heard it. Okay. If you got any questions, let me know in the chat. So right now, what we're about to do, I'm gonna go ahead and set up my schedule. You're going to see me setting up my schedule on the screen, and there's going to be a 25-minute timer for you to go ahead and set up your schedule for next week as well. Because here's the thing that I'm realistic about. I know that adding more time for rest and fun is hard, especially when as a Black woman we've been told to work and work and work and work. But here's the thing I want to tell you: work plus work does not equal freedom. So if you want freedom, you have to be intentional about it. So you're going to see me being intentional about freedom first, and then also about work. And so I'm gonna have both of these things in there because both have to coexist. I wish that we could live in a world where work did not exist, and yet that's not how it is. That's not even how it is in the Bible. Okay. It's a part of life. Okay. So I'm going to set up my calendar. You'll have 25 minutes to do it. There's going to be a little bit of back music. I'm going to use my favorite planner, Ellie. You might want to use a physical planner, and that's beautiful. Please do that. And then when we're done with that, we're going to move into the time to go into wind down time, where we got 3 activities that we do to wind down together. So, y'all, I'm going to see you in 25 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and get this on and popping. Ooh, where's the music? Oh, that's not the right thing. Here it is. Don't forget to tell me if you need a sticker. Hashtag sticker in the comments, okay? Or in the chat. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh, this is not happening today. Yeah, we about to change this. Oh Lord. Okay, this happened. This didn't happen, and it's not happening today. This is gonna happen on Sunday. Come on. Okay. Acting goofy today. Actually, why is it on here twice? I don't understand. Hmm. Oh, good. I already got it on here. It's not from 6-8. I think it's going to be here to here. Video editing. Video scripting. Okay, so this week is a bit of a catch-up. Mm. 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 was really done. I just need to schedule it. Hmm. Gosh, just need to take that off my calendar. Okay. I was finishing up on this last little piece where I was just doing a little bit of a brain dump of what exactly, what other things are swimming around in my brain that I need to make space for next week. And um, so that as I'm starting to plan and set those up or look at how they're going to fit into my next week, I already got them down onto paper. So, setting some time up to do a brain dump is another good thing that you could do in that time as well. Oh, I really love how this is going, you guys. After a year, I've had some ideas on how to continue to evolve Freedom Fridays. I think that a I'm working on what it looks like to have a digital plus a physical version of and how they could work together to do our co-planning. I'm working on that toolkit of rest and fun activities for us. I'm working on what does it look like for us to have a community together. Oh, I just saw this word activator. Um, Activator community. I like that. But I don't think you were saying it for that, but that word stuck out as I looked at it. Yeah, an activator community, that's a little bit more than Freedom Fridays. That's for the people that are ready, that want accountability, that want me to kind of be up in there in the ish. Like, hey girl, you got too much work up in there. Like the ones that want to share and show what they're doing. So I'm thinking about doing that within a community bounds, like um, a cheaper community bounds. You would get all the resources, you would get the anti-superhero toolkit, all these things, and we would come together and do that planning, maybe separate from this. So I'm thinking about a lot of things, and it's all because you guys have been showing up and we're all kind of figuring out what it looks like to do this well. And I feel like that's evolving and becoming very beautiful. And I appreciate you for that. I want this to be something that really serves us, and I wouldn't be able to do this without you. So thank you. Thank you so much for taking time to come and attend on Fridays. It is a blessing. And okay, I'll quit being sappy. All right. Um, Keena said the weather is nice in DC. I'm gonna lay down and ground in the grass in 3 locations. The monument lawn is an energy activator. Ooh, I love that. Keena, you got your 3 activities on your calendar for next week. I love it. That's so good. I love that. Imma have to make it up to DC. You've been talking about it a lot lately, and you're making me very intrigued by the vibe. Even if I just come do a house sit and check it out for a week or so, Imma have to look it up. Now, I don't like to look for places that are going to have snow, but you said it's nice, so Imma try to come. I don't know, but I'm not gonna be able to come in the next couple weeks. Imma figure it out, though. Imma figure it out. Thank you for sharing that. I love that. That's an amazing idea. Marissa said, ooh, an energy activator. I love that. Yes, I love that as well. I just texted a few friends to let them know I'm going to craft tonight and they are welcome to come join me if they want. I love that. And I love that for inviting. I love that you're taking intentional time, not just for yourself to get more rest and fun, but that you're inviting other amazing women to come and join you. That sounds so amazing. I love it. That sounds like such a good time. Thank you for sharing, you guys. And thank you for taking rest and fun for yourself seriously. Um, it's I have found there have been things lately I've been realizing I'm half in and half out, and this is not one of them, but every time I find one of them, when I get this and kind of intentionality like this, it reminds me to go full 2 feet in, and you guys are doing 2 feet in, and I'm thankful, I'm proud of you. I don't know, you don't need my 2 cents to say that. I know sometimes when someone says they're proud of you, we're kinda like, "I don't need your proud," like, but I want so you don't need my 2 cents, and yet I still want you to know, like, my heart is full of joy for you. That's what I mean when I say proud. So I'm super proud of you guys. I'm super proud of all of us for making time for it. All right, so we're heading into our wind down for the weekend. We're looking at these 3 tasks. How many tabs are you closing on your computer, on your iPad, on your iPhone, or on your phone, or on your tablet, on your computer, on your phone? It doesn't have to be Apple products. I don't want to make anybody feel like they have to be Apple products, even though I am a little biased. So how many tabs are you closing? What fun activity are you going to do to kick off your rest and fun for the weekend? Like this deeper level of rest and fun for the weekend? And what meal are you going to do to kick off your deeper rest and fun for the weekend? So you can go ahead and put that in the chat. I'm going to share with you mine. So today it looks like I am closing one, two, three. Um, I'm probably gonna close this whole thing, and then I'm gonna reopen it when I need it. But so that's six. No, that's eight. There's six on this page, and plus there was two on the others. Closing this, closing this. So I'm closing all of this here. You can't see it. I just realized you can't see it. I forgot. Sorry. So I'm closing about I realized that I opened about 25, 30 tasks over the week. And then usually by Friday, I'm ready to close all 30 of those tasks. So, um, yes, that's what I'm going to be. About 30 tasks. Yeah, 30 tabs that I'm closing for the week. That might sound crazy, but I remember a time when it gave me anxiety to close tabs because I felt like I would forget it, I would be behind, I would mess something up, I would get on like it was like I would get in trouble with myself, and I don't feel that anymore. And I think the more that I keep doing it, the more that I'll get used to the point where I don't even open so many tasks. And part of the reason I open so many tasks is because I just got a lot of things going on. So I'm not beating myself up about it. But the beauty of closing them means that I can give more mental space and capacity to the things that I actually want. And that's really, really beautiful and amazing. So I'm very, very excited about that. So closing those tasks down. How many tabs are you closing this week? Put the number in the chat. I would love to celebrate you. Again, this is not a shaming thing, it's a celebration. So if you want me to celebrate with you, share it in the chat, okay? The fun thing that I am doing to kick off my rest and fun for this weekend as I'm going to the botanical gardens. My best friend's husband, when I first got to Denver, he was like, yo, that's the city that I was telling you about that has the botanical gardens that I love. He loves the lily pads. He thinks it's so beautiful. And I've been to Denver before. I lived in Denver, but I've never been to the botanical gardens. And he was like, every time I go to Denver for work, I love going to the botanical gardens. Do you think you're going to make time to go? And I said, I think I would. And he's like, well, I'm sending you the money for a ticket. And he Venmoed me the money for the ticket. And it was super sweet. And so I am going to the botanical gardens this afternoon after I walk Maggie and finish a couple things for work. I am going to the botanical gardens and it is going to be awesome. Now it's snowing here in Boulder. I don't know if it's snowing in Denver, but I'm hoping not. But either way, I'm gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. So that's what I'm doing as my fun activity to kick off my weekend. And then my fun meal to kick off the weekend. I am gonna check. Actually, let me check right now. Esther's Pizza is one of I'm not a pizza person, y'all. I'm not a pizza person at all. I actually could live without pizza. But there are sometimes I find a place where I really do like the pizza, like in Atlanta. No, that's not true. In Charlotte, there is a restaurant called Ava, and they make a vegan pizza with vegan cheese and a bunch of vegetables, and I love it. And so I'm transitioning into veganism, but for me, it's less about not eating meat. I just eat meat 20 times less. So instead of eating meat 3 times a day, 7 days a week, I might eat meat one meal out of a month. So if you take what, 7 times 3, that's 21. So instead of and then 21 times 4, that's 2, 4, 6, 84. Instead of eating meat 84 times a month, I eat meat 1 time a month. And that's okay. It feels great for me. So it's less about not eating meat and it's more about being dairy free, because dairy free has the hormones, the antibiotics, the torture that they do to the cows. It's I don't feel bad about killing an animal for food, but when you um pretty much rape the cows and all the different horrible things that they do to cows. That negative energy gets passed on to us and into our body. Their hormones, the antibiotics that is in the dairy, and you have to be careful with it with the meat as well because they use it for meat. I needed that gone. That was what I needed. That was a lot more information than I planned to give you. It was backstory to that's not even why I don't like pizza, but it's why I am choosing to be dairy free more than vegan. But it's easier to find vegan restaurants than it is to find dairy free restaurants. So that's why I look for vegan more than anything else. So I'm looking at this restaurant. Esther's is my favorite pizza shop here. They do a prosciutto and fig like the fruit, pizza, and I'm looking to see if they can make that vegan with like vegan cheese. So, yes, that's what I'm hoping to be my fun meal for this afternoon because I love the way that they make their pizza. It's super delicious. Um, and I would love to do that after going to the I can talk. After going to the botanical gardens today. So those are my rest and fun activities for this. These are my wind down, actually, my wind down activities for this afternoon. What are y'all doing to wind down? I want to hear in the chat. So go ahead and tell me what you got going on. I would love to celebrate that with you. And then I'm just gonna remind you one more time, the 7-day self-care reset that is starting this Sunday. I would love to see you all there. I would love to at least see you on the replay. Sunday is a live stream. The Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday videos that are going to come out are pre-recorded. So Monday and Tuesday, they'll be on Javana's channel. Wednesday and Thursday, they'll be on my channel. On Friday, there'll be live streams on both of our channels. And then next Saturday, we're doing a live stream together. That's a yoga flow live stream. That'll be a lot of fun. So that's the schedule for this 7-day self-care reset for next week. We would love for you to join. You can go back to this channel and just turn on notifications for the video, or you could go to get on my email list so that when I send out the information this afternoon, you'll get the information. So I have multiple links that you can get onto my email list, but I'm gonna give the one that you want to get onto, or the easiest one to get onto. They're all easy to. I'm giving you one of the links right now, okay? Bio.yourdreamstr. Okay. Just put it in the chat here. So you can head to bio.yourdreamstrategist.com, scroll all the way to the bottom, and there's a link for you to get onto my email list so that you can get the information for the self-care challenge or the self-care, not challenge. We ain't challenging. Reset. We reset, and that's what we're doing. Okay. I love this. Okay. Oh, I got a couple things. I'm reading the comments. I'm reading the comments. I'm reading the chat. I love that you just texted. Okay, here it is. During this time, I delete emails. I just unsubscribed from 3 newsletters and deleted 143 emails connected to those newsletters. Yes, I love that. Listen, Marissa. Marissa is like, I am getting all the clutter. I'm getting all the digital clutter out of here. She's already got an app that closes emails or closes tabs that she doesn't need. Her boyfriend set her up. She's like, so I can use this time to go through emails that I don't need. I love that. That's a beautiful way to use this time. Y'all, you can do that as well. This planning time is whatever's going to be helpful for you. That's going to help give you more mental space to have more rest and fun next week. So I love that you use it that way. And I love that you share it. So y'all, you can use this too and share what you do as well. Kina said, I just ate cod fillets, Amish style potato salad. I'm making different chili recipes for the weekend. Oh, you're doing a little cook-a-thon. I love it. So that you got some meal prep going on. And that means all you got to do is show up and eat. I love that. That's all listen, I need it to be easy. So I love that for sure. I'm still doing a lot of research for my business ventures, but I closed out 3 tabs out of 43. Hey, That's a start. Even if you didn't close tabs, the fact that you were willing and open to do it, and you might have done it later this afternoon because maybe your workday's not over yet. I'm here for it. Congratulations on closing 3. I know that feels good to open up a little bit more space. And I'm also so proud of you for the research you're doing for your business ventures. I'm so excited for you and that we've continued to talk about it. Hey girl, hey, the flying Virgo. Nice to meet you. I'm so glad you could join us today. Again, if you want to get on my email list, it's going to be at the bottom of this link at bio.yourdreamstrategist.com. And then Marissa says, the crafting with my little community is confirmed. Yay! Everybody said yes. That's exciting. Eek. I'm excited. I have dreamed of doing this for years and it's happening. We're making God jars and I'm making salad, chili, and cornbread. Oh, girl, that sounds good. I want to know what a God jar is. Do I need to look it up real quick? Marissa, tell me what a God jar is. So yes, thank you all for joining again today. Thank you for making space for all the different kinds of conversation today. We had space for ranting, we had space for our emotions, we had space for healing, um, space for celebrating, space for planning, space for fun, space for rest. Thank you for allowing this to be dynamic and to make space for all the different needs that we need. All the different things that we need. I appreciate you for showing up with me for that. And I love that you come every single week. So I'm about to shut this down. If you have any additional thoughts, go ahead and finish up, put them in the chat. If you need the website, that's there too. If you need your sticker, go ahead and hashtag stick it in the chat or put it in the comments once the video is over. I really appreciate you guys. I will see you all next week. I'm so excited about this. And this thing, Lord, I don't know what happened. Looking at myself. Okay. So glad that you joined today, the Flying Virgo. So many amazing people stopped through today. Bye, Keena. Sticker.